All right, so we're moving into writing and solving today. You need to make sure that when we're going through this today, if you're confused, you're not exactly sure, definitely ask questions. I know that we've been working on order of operation, but we don't want to forget about writing those expressions and solving, substituting it and solving. So with your group members, for the next 4 minutes, you have to get at least 4 words in each one of these columns. You're working together so that there should be conversation. You can either join Kylie's group, Jonathan's group, or Delilah's group. I just need you to go to one. Just take your paper just for right now. You don't even have to sit down. Just stand on the side of the table if you want. Okay? All right, so for the next 4 minutes, you're working together to come up with at least 4. You can come up with more than that, but at least 4 for each column. Go. Yeah, you can definitely look back if you need. Elisa, you guys are missing Gemma? Delilah, who else sits with you guys? That's it? So you should be working together, so that means you should be talking to each other. Gotta have 4 in each column. Now, you can have more than that, but you gotta have 4.
division, I just put split.
Alright, so you need more time.
We need like 30
How much? 30 seconds? Go ahead, 1 minute. Alright, 1 more minute.
I already looked at it. I already have this
Alright, let's go ahead and go over this. So, raise your hand and give me some words that you guys put in for addition. Kylie.
adding two.
So adding 2. Okay. Jonathan.
Plus.
Okay. Christiana. Some. Okay. Mikhail. Huh? Okay, what else? Delilah? Goes into? Alright, what about total? What about in all? Alright, what about subtraction? Alright, Aiden. Alright, Kylie.
Take away.
Troy.
Minus.
Camden.
Less.
Ronnie.
The difference.
Anything else? Alright, what about multiplication? Okay, so I am gonna say, we're not gonna put repeated addition on here because you wouldn't say for repeated addition x, would you? No. So yes, multiplication does mean repeated addition, you are 100% correct. But when we're translating expressions, we wouldn't necessarily use that, does that make sense? So what's another one your group came up with? Times, okay. Okay, what else? Christiana? What else?
The product.
Okay. Emma?
Multiple.
Multiple. For multiple x? No. What about each? Twice? Anything else? Groups out? No. Why not? What does groups up go with? But again, would you say 4 groups of x? Like when you're translating it? I'm gonna be honest with you, you're never gonna see groups of when it comes to multiplying. So yes, that works, but I'm not gonna put it on our paper for multiplication. Because when you hear groups of, I want you to think of division. Okay? So not saying you're wrong, just saying, like, this is a little bit more specific to what you're gonna see on your quiz, your pop quiz on Monday. Or your mid assessment. It's not really a pop quiz because you know about it, but so just we're gonna stay away from that for that one. Anything else you want to add to multiplication? All right. What about division? Troy?
Split.
Split. Okay, Ronnie? Christiana?
Divide.
Okay. What else? Levi?
Equal groups.
How about same? Half? Per? So if you don't have one of those, you might want to add at least same or per. All right, for this next part down here, we are going to translate the expression here to numbers. Then it tells us that n is going to equal 2 and n is going to equal 5. So we're going to substitute it in and solve. Okay? So it's not going to be like super difficult, but we're going to do these together. So a number decreased by 10. What is that going to look like? So a number decreased by 10.
N minus 10.
Okay, so we're going to do n minus 10. All right, and then, so n equals 2 here, right? So what do we do now in our expression if we know what n equals? What do we have to do? What do we have to do? If I know what n equals, what do I have to do? I need new friends today. Need new friends today. As much as I like you guys, I don't want to talk to you today. Sorry. I know, so mean. Zoe, if we know the value of n, being that it's 2, what do we do to our problem? Don't flip it. So if this is our problem, Zoe, n minus 2, and we know that n now equals 2, what do we do? Perfect. So you switch it or you substitute it in. So then we have 2 minus 10. All right, and obviously this is going to end up as a negative number, but our answer for this one is going to be negative 8. Okay? So this one, it says n equals 5. So what do we do here now that we know what n equals?
We do the same thing with the 2. We flip it out for.
Not flip it, use some keywords. Yes. So you're going to substitute the 5 in for the n, and you're going to do 5 minus n, which is going to give us a negative 5. All right, how do you feel about the first row? I know it's terrifying because there's a negative number in there. All right, the next one, it says the product of 5 and a number. So what is my expression going to look like, Mikhail? So 5n. All right, and again, we know n is going to equal 2. So what do we do here for this column? What do we do? Leo, what am I going to do here?
5n times 2.
Do we know what n equals? Yes, we do. Look at the paper. What does n equal? Look at my paper up here. Okay, so if we know that n equals 2, what are we going to do? I just can't hear you. What'd you say?
5, 2.
5, 2? No. What does 5n mean? What are you doing there? What operation?
You said 5 times
Leo, what operation are you doing there? Guys, this is not rocket science. Just answer the question, son. What does 5 and what are we doing? What operation? If you don't know, then I need you to pay attention and stop playing back there. That's why I called on you. Pay attention. Somebody, what does 5n mean? Delilah.
It means 5 times because that's the thing we're using because it's product. Product means times or multiplication.
Right. So then, Delilah, if I know what n equals, what am I doing?
You're multiplying 5 times 3.
All right, so you should multiply 5 times 2, and that should give you 10. All right, now we know that n equals 5. What do we do here? What do we do here? Noah,
5 times 5,
which gives us,
25.
all right. Next one, 4 times a number. 4 times a number. Troy,
4n.
okay? You want to keep going, or,
Sure, I'll keep going.
okay, if n equals 2, Troy, what are we doing?
Then we're doing 4 times 2, which equals 8. And then n equals 5, which equals 4 times 5 equals 20.
Perfect. All right. The next one is a number divided by 6. A number divided by 6. All right, there's a couple different ways you can write this one. Aiden, what's one way?
n divided by 6. n divided by 6.
So you could do n divided by 6, or you can write it as n divided by 6. Okay, remember, if there's a variable in your fraction, it's not a fraction, it's a division sign. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
So if there's a variable in either your numerator or your denominator, it is not a fraction.
Do you want us to write it both ways?
Yes, I do want you to write it both ways because you are going to see it both ways. Okay? All right, so now, if I have n equals 2, what do? I'm not asking you to solve. I'm just asking you to tell me what are we going to do. Kyra, what are we doing here?
6 divided by 2.
Mm-mm. Where's your n? Don't change it. Does your n come first?
Yes.
Okay, so then where does our 2 have to go?
First.
Yes. All right, so then we do 2 divided by 6, or 2 divided by 6, whichever way you want to write it. And this essentially becomes 1/3. Bless you.
Ah.
All right, any questions about that one? So even though our number was smaller, we have to put it where the variable is. We can't change it because we don't like that number. I don't like that number, but we gotta do what we gotta do, right? All right, so when n equals 5, what is that gonna be? What am I gonna do there? Ronnie?
Substitute the n for 5.
So what is it gonna look like?
5 divided by 6.
Okay. So you have 5 divided by 6, which essentially we're just gonna leave it as 5 divided by 6. I'm not gonna do the math. You know, let's be honest. We don't do the math. Math is not fun. Yes.
0.8.
We're not doing the math. I just said that. We're leaving it as a fraction. All right, the last one. 7 times a number plus 4. So this one is a little bit more complicated. So 7 times a number plus 4. What do we think? Cristiano?
It'll look like 7 times n plus 4.
So 7n plus 4, or 7 times n plus 4. Okay? All right, so then if n equals 2, what do we do here? If n equals 2, what do we do here?
7 times 2 plus 4.
So 7 times 2 plus 4, which gives us what? Because you have 14 plus 4 equals 18. And then if n equals 5, what is that going to look like? N equals 5, what is that going to look like? Camden.
7 times 5 plus 4.
Okay. What's our answer going to be?
39.
Because we have 35 plus 4 equals 39. Perfect. All right. How do you feel about this side? Given the variable, you just simply have to plug it in and solve. And down here, you noticed what started happening. What did we have to do?
You had to do multiple steps.
Multiple steps, which has to do with what? I'll give you a hint. We talked about it yesterday. What did we focus on yesterday and the day before? Right, so, and this is why order of operations / PIMDOS is important to know and understand, because once you start plugging things in and you have a couple of steps, you gotta know the order in which to do them. Okay? Alright, so let's slide over to the next side. So this side says write an expression for the word problem below and then evaluate for x equals 30. It should be 50. X equals 50. When you evaluate for your value, you must write the description explaining what you evaluated. If you are stuck, look at the example. Alright, so the first one says Tamika has 10 more pieces of candy than Mrs. Reddy. Let x equal the pieces of candy Miss Reddy has. So the expression is 10 plus x, or I'm sorry, x plus 10. So here we know that x equals 30, so we add it together, and that equals 40. So Miss Reddy has 30 pieces of candy and Tamika has 40 pieces of candy. And then same thing here, same thing here. So let's do this one together. So Jose has done 100 more science experiments than Gabby. Let x equal the number of science experiments Gabby has done. So what is our expression going to look like? What is the expression going to look like? Nope. So Jose's done more. So it's not going to be minus. What's your only other option? So this becomes x plus 100. Alright, and then we know x equals 30. So what do we do here? So this part of it doesn't change, right? From what we just did. You guys all were understanding that part of it. So the only thing that's really different is it's a word problem instead of an expression. And you just have to simply explain your answer. Alright, so for this part again, this should be the easy part. This is where I should get a lot of participation. So if x equals 30, what do we do? Noah. Okay, so 30 plus 100 equals 130. So now this is the part that gets a little confusing, because now we have to say, okay, well, what does this mean? What do you think, Zoe?
When Gabby's done 30, Jose's done
100 what?
30.
130. So Gabby did 30 and Jose did 130. Why is it 130 and not 100? Why is it 130 and not 100? Do you know, Zoe?
Jose's done 100 more experiments than Gabby's done.
Right. So if she did 30, then he's got to do 100 more. Good job. Good explanation. All right. So that's kind of the process. So now we know that x equals 50. So what do we do for this part? Again, this is where I should get a lot of participation. Not the same friends. You're one of the same friends, 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 you're the same friend, you're the same friend. Zoe, you're a same friend. I need new friends. Put your hand raised.
Yeah.
Last time. And then you become my old friend. Alright, what do we do?
We're gonna do 30 plus 100.
30 or?
I mean 50.
Okay, so 50 plus 100 gives us what, Troy?
150.
150. Alright, so now, what does that mean? So what is 100, or 50 plus 100, what does that mean? Wyatt, what do you think it means? So how many science projects did Gabby do? For this one, how many did she do? Alright, so Gabby did 50. And Jose did how many? Not 100, he's gotta do 100 more. Yep, Jose did 150 projects. Alright. Stop. You guys are doing 1, 2, 3, 4. So these last 4 as a group. Okay, I'm gonna give you 7 minutes. If you finish before the 7 minutes, stand up. Go.
Hey, what's the Can we have like 5
It's getting intense over there.
You said switch. We probably have like 2 more minutes. The Ninja Next question. Next one. I poked my finger.
That's not.
You make me have
Fantastic. Just pop on your stuff and head out. Goodbye. Go to Steve. Do the rest of the work on Canvas. And I'll let Mom know. And give me the skateboard while you're at it. Like, why, son? Why? I don't know why you slamming things around. You were the one who made a bad decision. Get it together before I write you up. Pick up your book bag.
Hey guys, see, we only did 2. 3.
Raise your hand if you need more time. I can give you 3 more minutes.
Every single one is 1 minute. Do this one. You do that one. Finish writing that one. Where are you at? Just read. Oh wait, I can't. And afterwards? Oh yes, I can. I can't read. I can't read. I have one brain cell. Okay. I do brain cell sounds. Is that what you want to read? Read? Yeah, you can. So let me just say it right.
So for the first one, Miss S is 15 years younger than Mr. B. Let X equal the age of Mr. B. So what is our expression going to look like? Zoe?
X plus 50.
Sure. Positive. Because you have a keyword here, younger than.
X minus 50.
So x minus 15. And then we know that x equals 30. So what do we do here? Aiden?
30 minus 15.
Okay. Equals,
15.
okay. So then what does that mean? What does that mean?
Oh. This S is 15 years, is 15 years old, and Mr. B is 30 years old. You could be a teacher at 15. No. You could be a teacher.
Good.
It's hypothetical. You could be a student teacher just because he's
Again, nobody said that they were a teacher. Okay, so x equals 50. So what do we do here? X equals 50.
50 minus 15, then you get 35.
Okay, so what does that mean?
Miss S is 35 and Mr. B is 50 years old. Right?
All right.
That's pretty much what I said.
Good job. All right, so the next one. Janae has done 4 times as many computer projects as Jeff has. Let x equal the number of computer projects Jeff has done. So what is this gonna look like? New friends. Elisa, since Kylie wanted to, I'm gonna have you do it because you guys should have the same information. All right, so Elisa, what does our expression look like? Okay, so you can do x times 4, you can do 4x, you can do 4 times x. Okay, so whichever one of those you decide is fine. All right, so Elisa, if x equals 30, what do we do? So 30 times 4 gives us what? What? Okay, 120. All right, so Elisa, what does that mean? Oops, Jeff, not John. All right, did you guys come up with the same thing?
Yes, I
Or
think so.
you should have came up with the same thing. All right, so now x equals 50. So let me have some new friends. Isaac, since you and Aiden work together, you should be able to answer this. All right, so what am I gonna do?
What question are we on?
Oh my God.
Figure it out, son.
Oh, x this is going to be 4 times 50.
Which gives you,
200.
and what does that mean?
200 more.
Who?
Jenny.
So she did how many?
200.
And Jeff did how many?
50.
Please make sure you're paying attention. All right, number 3, it says Miss G splits some money evenly between 10 students. Let x equal the money Miss G split evenly between the students. I've already talked to you today. Kyra, since you worked with Cristiano, what is our expression going to look like?
X divided by 10.
Okay, so if x equals 30, what are we going to do?
30 divided by
which gives us,
30.
all right, and that means what?
There's $30 split between 10 students.
So Miss G has 30,
Yes.
and the students have how much?
Oh, 10.
9? 3.
Yes.
All right, if X equals 50, 50, 50, 50. Oh, now you want to participate? All right, I'll take it. All right, so if X equals 50, Elisa,
50 divided by 10.
which gives you what?
5.
All right, and what does that mean?
Miss G has 50, the students have 5.
All right, and the last one. Derek's Ninja Turtle costume was $17 more than the price of the doctor outfit. Let X equal the price of the doctor outfit. So what does this expression look like? All right, William.
X plus 17.
All right, so if X equals 30,
30 plus 17, that equals 47.
all right, so what does that mean?
The Ninja Turtle costume is $47. $47.
And
The doctor outfit is $30.
all right, perfect. If X equals 50, Kaylee, X equals 50.
Then we should do it all that is plus.
Which gives us? All right, and what does that mean?
Ninja Turtle costume, $67.
All right, how do we feel about this sheet today? Feel good? Feel medium? I either am getting this or this or this, one of those.
I threw my food.
Noah, how do you feel, son? So then why am I not seeing that? Thank you. All right. Hopefully this helped a little bit with the substituting and then solving. We are going to be seeing and doing more of that, but I just kind of wanted to expose you guys to that today. So please glue this into your notebook. I do not need y'all to talk. There is entirely too much off-taskness and not paying attention today. Once you have that glued in, slide your notebook over and write writing and solving expressions task cards. Stand up when you have this done. All right, again, you're standing up and you have this copy down. All right, so you're writing and solving expression task cards. It's linked to Canvas, so you will need to go to Canvas, not at this moment. I do need you to make an asterisk right there, and I need you to write make sure I get the right number. Do not do. Number 11, because we haven't talked about it. Okay, so do not do number 11. Now, your task cards range from writing expressions to writing expressions and identifying kind of what's going on, to writing expressions and plugging information in and solving them. So for example, number 1, and yes, I need you to be organized, and yes, I need you to stay neat. So number 1 says, write the expression using numbers and symbols. So the thing says the sum of x and 3. So what is that expression going to look like? The sum of x and 3. Delilah?
X plus 3.
So x plus 3, or how else could we write that? William?
3 plus x.
3 plus x. Okay, either way. So that's one way you're going to be solving these problems. That is number 1. You're welcome. I already did it for you. Let's go to number 9. So number 9 says, which statement best describes the expression a plus 4 times 2 minus g? Is it A, the sum of two numbers? So would it be A? Why is it not A? Why is it not A? Because there's subtraction, and sum means what? Adding. All right. B, the product of two factors. Could it maybe be that one? Why could it let's just maybe this. So why could it maybe be that one?
Because when you solve the two problems, if there's like a number next to a parenthesis, that means that you have to multiply that number.
Right, and essentially these two things are in parentheses, right? So we know we're going to be multiplying, but we're not sure yet because we haven't gone through all of our answer choices. C, the product of two numerals. All right, could it maybe be that one? Okay, so right now we have B and C that it might be, and then D, the quotient of two factors. Why is it not D? Why is it not D? Troy?
Because it says quotient, not product.
And quotient means what?
Division.
Division. All right, so now we're back to B and C. So the product of two factors or the product of two numerals. All right, what do we think? Jonathan?
I don't think it's going to be C, because A plus 4 won't just be a numeral, it will have a number in it, which would be a factor.
Essentially, you have, like he said, you have these letters that you're going to be adding to them. All right, so it's not just a number, which is a numeral. So therefore, the answer for number 9, and you could just put number 9. So you would do A plus 4 times 2 minus G, and the answer would be, we said, B. So that's how you would answer that question. So you still have to write the expression, but then just write the letter of the correct answer.
Do you want us to box it so you know that's
No, because we're doing these two together. So like it should be 1, 9, and then the other one that we're gonna do. All right. The other one, so let's just do that on the paper, is something like 15. All right, so 15 says, it gives you technically this is an equation, but it gives you the equation that says M equals D times V, where M is the mass, D is the density, and V is the volume. So it says find the mass in kilograms of a steel ball with a density of 8,000 kilograms per meters cubed and a volume of 10 meters cubed. So you're probably like, oh, Jesus, Lord have mercy, what did she just do?
We learned
Not
this in
that
science.
much, because if you slow down and break this apart, so everyone put number 15. M equals the unknown, because we don't know what that equals right now, right? Based off of that. But did it give us the value for D?
Yes.
It says in there the mass in kilograms of a steel ball with a density of 8,000. So what does D equal? 8,000. And then a volume of 10. So what does volume equal? 10. And then our equation was this. So how do we actually solve this problem? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Levi. Yeah, so you're just simply doing 8,000 times 10 because our equation is D times V. Yes?
I thought I saw an exponent next to the 10 on it.
You what?
I thought I saw an exponent on the 10.
They both, they're, like if we wrote it in units, like with their kilograms per meters cubed and 10 meters cubed, you are correct. So when you write your answer, you have to have that meters cubed. So good job on noticing that. All right, so what is 8,000 times 10? What is 8,000 times 10? Christiana? So 80,000, make sure we write this correctly, would be kilograms. Okay, so that is how you would solve a question like number 15. So it seems a little difficult, but really it's just a different way. Still everything that we practiced today. All right, questions. You have, I believe, 24? You have 24 questions. We did 3, so we have 21. You are going to be able to work with a partner. Now, what's going to happen is you and your partner are going to sit there and talk the whole time, and then you're going to be left with 18 or 19 problems for homework. Because if you don't get this done in class, it does become homework. So, by all means, definitely work with somebody, but do not have social 45 minutes. Not an hour, but 45 minutes. You have 45 minutes. There's no reason that you don't end up with no homework or maybe just 1 or 2 questions. If you are working and you get stuck, please come and ask for help. Don't sit there and be like, okay, I don't know, we're not doing this. All right? Questions? All right, you may work around the room. You can work by yourself if you want to, or you can work with somebody else.